program of the season. Very something very serious. You see, the destiny of every season is tied to those who have access to the program of this season. Now, this season that we have now is one of the most important seasons on earth. It's one of the what? And then it's a lion season. I say it's what? Lion season. If you want to be important in this season, you must know about this season. And then God will use you to declare it. You must have the knowledge of the season. You must know that this season is a season of rapture, season of second coming, season of millennial kingdom, season of God's program in Africa, that the millennial kingdom is an eighth kingdom. And then you should know that agents of the season must declare dispensation of vengeance. Vengeance cannot, the dispensation have to take something from value of men to be declared. Vengeance cannot be declared without the value of men. Can I say it again? I say what? Vengeance cannot be declared without the value of men. And the vengeance will keep those who declare it in the season of vengeance. Can you talk about grace? We're talking about Apostle Paul. We're talking about Peter. We're talking about Jesus. That dispensation has kept their name. Now, instead of calling the Lion of Judah, you're calling something else. The season is for the lion. The revelation of the season is meant for lion people, third people. I have a lot of courses here. I don't know. I just miss it on the Third Testament, but I'm going to take it tomorrow. I had a series of courses on Third Testament, and time is against me on it. But I want you to know. I said the Third Testament. In the Third Testament, Jesus is the testator. The Third Testament is a God Testament. There's a difference between Jesus' Testament and Testament of God. This is the time of God's Testament, and that is the last Testament. That is the only one remaining. After the Testament of God's Son, the last Testament is God's Testament, God's own. The Third Testament is the book of God. The other one is the book of Moses and Elijah and of the law. The New Testament is of Jesus. The last one is God, Lion of Judah. Great. So where do you belong? We are not in a time, please listen to me. We are not in a time to go to bookshop to go and buy some books. Go to some bookshop and be buying. Listen, God is already 14 Bible. And you're talking about books reading from Bible. God is 14 Bible. God is saying the third book should come to make the Bible 3 testaments. And then the Third Testament is a crown. It's a crown testament. What I say? The Third Testament is what? Listen, on behalf of him who is eternal, there's nobody who hears this revelation that will not be elevated into the cloud of this revelation. And then you will enjoy the benefit of being in that cloud. I said nobody. I said everybody, all who enjoy who hear this revelation, who are part of this revelation, will be exposed to the benefits of the deep, the benefits of the height, the benefit of things that are eternal. The revelation speaks about source, about origin, about beginning, about end, about Alpha and Omega, about the incarnation of God himself. All who are part of it, none, listen, is an exemption against shame. And that's why you should still listen to me. I'm not through yet. Now, the way I'm preaching, you think I've stopped. It's not true. It's not something I'm stopping. Somebody thought that because I raised my voice, I think I'm stopping. It's not true. Every blood speaks its value. So some people think that I've raised my blood, I raised my voice. I do one closing. I told you there's no long prayer. There's something I said yesterday that touched me, and that's what brought this in back. You see, that thing I clarified yesterday at the altar there, when I said it is a type of humanity that will introduce a kind of divinity. It was an point. feel like I was telling you a story about marriages. Somebody who want to marry from they told him, I said, this family is like this. He said, he's a new creature in Christ Jesus. When God wants to come to the earth, he uses what man has to introduce himself. At that point in time, God will examine what man has. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And then God cannot separate from that. Blood. Wait, if Jesus gave us blood and said this is the blood of the New Testament, what about if that blood is corrupt and it's not drinkable? Blood, is it from heaven? Blood, is it not from the earth? Huh? And you want to marry a man and you didn't care about the type of blood. You want to marry a woman, you didn't care about the type of blood. And something told you that faith will change that blood. Type. Even if light is transforming it, the light will transform it in its kind. That's why some bloods, when God said, I want only Judah, I want only Judah. God wanted only Judah. Can I tell you for what reason? Can I tell you? I said God wanted only Judah because of the blood of Judah. You are here, you are a parent, and your children are young, your daughters are young.